Hello, hello, I am Karma LiLoLa. I'm doing a makeup tutorial for you guys. Already got my pantyhose on because I just moved into my new house and I'm at home. I'm preparing to go to Drag Bingo at Flix, hosted by Anoraxia. Seeing what other girls are out on a Sunday afternoon, you know, how we like to go out for a stroll every once in a while. So, thought I'd put a little quick face on. I am going to try to keep this tutorial, do an entire drag transformation under 30 minutes. I have everything with me. And, you know, very recently I've been speeding up my times a lot. So, obviously I'm starting off with a good shave. Going down with the green first of all. I do use the what is it? The Gillette Fusion 5 with the, let's see it here. See? This is the best. It's really good, but they definitely do design it so that the blades deteriorate, and so gotta keep buying new packs every once in a while. So right now I'm wearing my hazel eyes. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm gonna do, well, I mean, today's Sunday. It's a Sunday afternoon. Doors opened about 20 minutes ago. Bingo's in 40 minutes, so you know, you don't want to arrive right on time for something like this. You want to make sure there are people there. So you can make a nice little entrance. So what I'm going to do is probably going to wear a pink dress with a black tutu styled skirt. It's going to have some crinoline involved. Yeah. So I just got back in Omaha, went to the farmer's market today with my mom. Had a meeting about being the artistic director of the South Omaha Art Institute's dance component, which I'm really excited about. I'm looking for some female, or well, ideally I'd be the female dancer, but gotta start off slow and then work your way to the biggies. I'm looking for some female dancers to dance alongside with me. So again, I'm coating my face in even more shaving cream, and I'm going to shave against the grain now. It's important that you rinse often when you do this, so I'm going to do a little patch, keep rinsing. I'd like to do my neck first because hurts the least. The worst part is on the point of your chin, of course the upper lip. So since this is the new razor, you're gonna do that and clean it. I'm gonna go around the point of the chin. I'm gonna go up, 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 up. So I'm going to teach you a lot of techniques to look forward to. Do the red beard, do the eyebrow blocking, I do some of the finishing touches. I have really big eyelashes. I want to show you how I, oops, a little soul patch there. So I'm recording this on my new Samsung Galaxy S3. It's great because it has self-portrait mode. What I did was just kind of tie it against the mirror so I can look behind the camera if I need to do anything rather specific, but oof. So after I'm done shaving, I would love to use there's a Clinique aftershave beard soother that I like to get. It reduces the growth of hair. But been traveling, looking for a couple jobs in the area, so it's not gonna happen today. Decided to go out to Drag Bingo today since hopefully I'll have a new job pretty soon, working at the Express and Westroads Mall here in Omaha, Nebraska, as a co-store manager. Okay. You know, it's a close shave. What I like to call this is a free drag face. I'm not gonna go get paid for this. I'm doing this out of entertainment. I mean, on a Saturday afternoon, I invited my mom. She doesn't want to go. I invited a ton of other people, but obviously they don't want to go. In a previous tutorial, I didn't use moisturizer, so I would always recommend doing that. I use Pond's Cold Cream. It's amazing. Let's see, Pond's Cold Cream. Perfect. I like it because you can use it all over the place. You can use it on your face, your body, your arms, everything. Oh my goodness, I need to shave my chest. I would not use a brand new razor. Well, obviously you want to use a brand new razor all the time, but let me go get one of my dull razors to just trim up my chest here because I am going to show a little chest. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, got that. You know, we're not trying to save the world or anything, so let me use a shaving cream again. Got that. Boom, boom. Lap myself up. And I typically don't use a mirror because I shave my chest in the shower, but it's always good to get around here because I always forget those little hairs there. I'm wearing something with sleeves, so I won't need to shave my underarms, which is part of the reason why I'm wearing something with sleeves, or kind of with sleeves, or whatever. But, you know, you do want to be careful because the more irritated you make your chest, the less pleasant it's going to be. You don't want to, you know, have a lot of red spots, which I do tend to get every once in a while, which is a shame. Look, I'm not bleeding. You know, if you don't have any shaving cream, I've heard of using conditioner. Works pretty well. The best way to see if you've gotten a good shave, you just kind of rub your chest in every direction. If you're rubbing it in a direction that's kind of spiky, then, oh, it feels spiky going this way, so let me just go that way. I do crazy brush style shaving. Normally people just do drag. Not me, I go all crazy directions. See? There we go. I've got a nice clean chest to work later on when I work on my cleavage. I won't come to the end of this tutorial. Okay. So one thing that always happens to me is I fucking melt. I would recommend getting a fan and doing that. But you know what? Oh, my family doesn't have a fan. Well, it doesn't have one of those small little fans that I like to put just blowing on my face. So I'm going to have to be careful because I know that if I'm doing this in a rush and then all of a sudden I start getting a little too crazy, then my face does this thing called crashing. And it'll literally be, I paint, I set, I rush to get in a costume, I get to the event, and my face is crashed. So, you do want to keep your heart rate down when you're doing this kind of stuff. I know it sounds kind of obvious, and I know it sounds kind of crazy, but you don't want to get too worked up too early. Oh, perfect. I just went to Walmart to get some new makeup, so, well, not new makeup, but just, not a different product, but just a new applicator. Okay, so the first thing, there are a couple of first things that I like to do. I guess let's start off by blocking my eyebrows. I use this eyebrow plastic by Krylon. Ooh, the labels have worn off, it's all dirty. So, obviously there are a lot of techniques. I just kind of get in there and grab a healthy bit. Again, this is free drag, so what I do, get a little bit of plastic, work it into a ball. You know, I can already tell because it's hot in here, I'm going to be sweating, so I'm going to be using a towel to dry off my face as that happens to me. So I like to get my hair, I always like to leave the natural eyebrow exposed right there towards the tip. Oh my goodness. This eyebrow plastic has black in it, which is fine because I'm going to use black later to cover it, but obviously you don't want to have a ton of black. So I put it in there, kind of working both sides of the hair. I grab it and pull it down so that when I do start to smooth it, I just smooth it straight up. I am going to want to leave my natural eyebrow exposed towards the center of it. So look. Just did one side pretty quickly. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, it's down. There's some black everywhere. That's fine. Oh, got some black there. Again, gonna get some more eyebrow plastic. Yeah, I'm just gonna throw away some of this wrapper. Now, depending on what part of the country you're in, I know that I got mine at Ricky's. So if you're in a place with Ricky's, most of Manhattan has a ton of Ricky's. It's not that expensive. It's only maybe $8 or $10, and I prefer to use it a lot because I never really got into. I tried gluing and I never really got into it. I'm gonna open the door. It's just too hot in here. Oh no, but no. There's a light back there that's backlighting me. Okay. So, smoothing it down. And normally I do 2 coats of the plastic, but I always start off coating the eyebrows with the plastic. It's down. It's great. Okay, now the next technique I do is called red beard. Get myself a red, it has to be matte. This has a little bit of gloss and shine in it, so I'm shooting myself in the foot, but whatever. Get a bit of red lipstick. It's red. Ugh, there's a little bit of, oh my god, there's a little bit of black in there, so I'm going to start over here with the black stuff, because I'm going to contour it anyways, so go, oh, I cry. Make sure I get my soap patch. My soap patch. Anywhere that this is, as I call it, red beard, because it's canceling out any of the grayish tint in my boy beard. So I've got this. I'm just gonna use, I use a regular powder proof like this. Kind of looks like Snuffleupagus, I guess. And I make sure. Ooh, oh my gosh. There's a product in here that's black and has compressed powder that just got all over my makeup kit, so I'm going to be doing a little bit of backtracking. I do have 15 minutes left according to shoot, the time I set for myself. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I did that, got this. I have to pull it up all the way. I'm going to be wearing really tall crazy hair. Make sure I spread it out nice and even. You can see the red beard, so that's covering where all of my stubble normally is. And then, oh my goodness, look, you see this? My concealer's even covered in that black powder. Gotta wipe a little bit of it off. Shoot, that means that a lot of things are probably covered in black powder, which is gonna slow down this tutorial. That's fine. So I like to get, this is L'Oreal True Match, super blendable concealer. People use a lot of different things. I can't afford to use the expensive stuff. Well, I mean, this isn't even that expensive. It's just convenient. I can go to Walgreens, I can go to CVS. Everyone has L'Oreal. I got this. Well, this is an old applicator, but look, it's wet, which I really like when I'm trying to cover up my pink everything. And I do nice and long, strokey movements like that, following the jawline. See, so right now I'm pretty sweaty and this is going to get all over the place. So what I do is I just put a lot of product on and I use a foundation brush kind of like this. This is from, got this at Walgreens, and what I do is I kind of tap it, because if you start smearing it, then you're going to pick up the red. You know, if you're smearing it, then you're going to drag it across the red. One technique that's pretty interesting about this is that if you do the red beard here along your cheekbones, it's like you do your blush. You're doing your blush all the way from the beginning, so you don't. I mean, obviously, when I say you don't have to worry about it, you still have to worry about doing your blush, but there already be a pinkish tint, and so the way that the color corrector works is that. Like I said, you got a bluish tint on, okay, so now you can see me doing the dragging techniques, but that's because I've started to correct, that I've already spread out a lot of that concealer. I am sweating a bit, so I might have to pause this to go get a fan. Oh, see, ugh, so appealing. But again, I said I'd do the brows again, so I'm going to, like, yeah, they're perfectly fine right now, but you know, you want a little bit of security. So I get some more of that eyebrow plastic and really just lay it over the top right there. See? Nice and smooth. Okay. So, believe it or not, this technique has worked for me very well. Ooh, it's hot. to draw on my eyebrows, I always do it at the very beginning so that I get my eyebrows let's put it this way, they've been getting higher and higher, and it ain't the only thing in my drawing that's been getting higher and higher, higher hair, higher everything. So I do the Misty Eyez in Florida 3-point technique. This is the first point. I like to go outside of my eye, the outer corner of the eye, and do a little horizontal dash there, out of here, and then just a little bit over, like that. See that? She always recommends that you do your non-dominant eyebrow, so I should have done this side first. Whatever. She says they're long-lost cousins. They don't have to be perfectly symmetrical. So I start here, go up, connect into that, and then draw. Draw back down. See, I always got these kind of like bitch brows, that's what I call them. Because karma is a bitch, as we know. For some reason, I need to really clean my brushes because this is not being very responsive. Either way, whatever I'm doing right now, I'm going to go over later with the liquid liner. This is just so I know kind of the shape of it. What I want to do, I'm going to go up. See, look, this is crazy. This applicator has a lot of shit going on. So I'm going to go play Drag Queen Bingo. Hopefully I'll see some people I know. Hopefully people will remember me. And then I can start getting bookings. I've got a lot of friends in the Omaha area that I'm excited to reconnect with. Okay. Oof. So I got 10 minutes. No, I got like 20 minutes according to my tutorial time. You'll see this will all just pick up pretty quickly. Okay. So I've got that. Boom. Easy. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the highlight of my forehead. This is a technique that I kind of got from a girl named Coco St. James. What I do is I like to take the top of my forehead, put some dots there, and then kind of trace. Look, there's a little bit of pink in there. Ugh. And then what I'm going to do is come around here. Around here. I normally know that I'm going to like to do all the way up here to my eye. Look. Because I already know this wig and I already know how I like to do the wig lines. Look, you'll see. Obviously you're going to put some highlighting concealer on the bridge of your nose. And then on top of the eye. Some product there. Okay. Are these? Let me see. Is that a little better? You know that backlighting is just really killing this tutorial. I don't know if you can see all that. It's happening. It's kind of like one of those big samurai masks. So what I'm gonna do is now. Again, content that I like to stick to is wet on dry. So I'm going to go patting in the wet concealer, pulling it over the top of the lid into that region. I'm not getting too carried away with it, but you know, I do want this part. Essentially what I'm doing is I'm going to lay the groundwork for the highlighting powder, which I'm just about to set all of this in. I know you're like, why are you setting your makeup so early? And it's because, bitch, I'm crazy. I'm nuts. I like to bring my concealer all the way over here. So I got one of these masky techniques. I have bitch mold that I end up covering up. Okay, so obviously I'm going to use Ben Nye Super White Face Powder. I use like an old little cap like that. Dip it in, tip it. You can see there's a little bit of white in there for you. If you need some white, call me. You can get that online, or again, I got it at Ricky's for a pretty good deal. And what I do is I start by setting that foundation. Don't be afraid. Make sure. That's why we draw on the eyebrows beforehand. You get a good sense what it's going to look like. See, I already know that I did not put enough powder in, so I'm going to grab it, dip it in there. You have to be careful with these because if you leave them open in your makeup box, then you end up fucking your shit up all over the place. So, I know, I like to put a ton. See, and so I like to call this the Snow Bunny look. It's a Manila Luzon inspiration. I love when she does this look, and she taught us how. She also has a tutorial online where she teaches you how to do face, but this is me. Okay, so now you can see my boy eyebrow and where I want my girl eyebrow to be. I take what I use for my contour. It's a pan stick. I got it at Dwayne Reed. I used the black opal, and this one's bronze, and this one's hazelnut. I don't know what the difference is. But for me, one of my set it and forget it looks, oh my goodness, I can already tell there's a little bit of black in here. Setting myself up for failure, I like to draw over my boy eyebrow, come up with it, just like this. You know what they say, if you can't stick 'em, lick 'em. No, no one says that. I have this segment that I try to work into my comedy that's called You Know What Karma Says, and it's not very funny. So you see the shape that I'm getting? I like to do that. Oh look, suddenly my boy eyebrow is gone. It's because it's under the plastic and under this concealer. So look, adding a little tint. Some people use clown white, but you know what? This is my tutorial, my techniques. Okay. So I got this. I got this, and now I use a tinted setting powder. It's a little browner. I'm going to use a powder-proof applicator, and I'm going to set that eyebrow because that plastic, yeah, you don't want to have too much on the poof or else it'll get on the rest of your face, but yeah, these girls in Omaha haven't seen me in a long time, so I've got to go pretty hard in terms of the face department. Okay, so I'm going to let that all set, and what I like to do is periodically continue to work on my color corrector. Oh my gosh. I can already tell this shit's going to crash if I keep rushing like this. Okay, so bingo starts in about an hour, or not, around 20 minutes. It'll go until 3, so even if I show up at 1:30, I mean, I'll still be there for most of the event, which is what you want to do. Obviously, you don't want to show up and then be there for the last 10 minutes, because then you just kind of screw yourself over, because you're like, oh, I got dressed for nothing. So again, put a generous amount of product in and on. One technique that I like to do is connect the side of my eye to this, but I've already got that white powder on there, so why am I going to put some tint on there? But so let's pretend like I'm going here to here. That's where I start, right below. Alright, sure you got on the side of your nose and your little nostril area. There, again, take the foundation brush, dab it in. Okay. So I've got this, I've got my eye setting, now I'm going to start doing my liner. I like to leave a lot of powder on my cheeks so that in case any of this product which I'm about to apply falls, there's something to catch it on top of. What I do is I get my line, get a powder, go down, get into that wet line. Really into it in there. This is a technique I learned a while ago. Well, okay. Ooh, yeah, I'm normally like to Fifi Dubois, a girl from New York, does this really open eye that I would love to do today, but it takes a little bit of getting used to how to draw it. So again, I comb the eyeshadow into the eyelashes so that the hair follicles are nice and dark. Because the worst thing is, and there's this technique that well, it's like urban legend that I like to tell people is that nobody likes a floating lash, and nobody does like a floating lash. So that usually happens when you put your concealer on and then your eyelash follicles are all dark. So you gotta go in and remind people that you have eyes. So you're gonna do that. Oh yeah, my face is already starting to crash. I can already feel it. It's like there's beads of sweat back there. Everything, all that good stuff. Oh yes. So I'm gonna have to really set it. Again, I'm continuing to get more and more black product in there, so the hair follicles are nice and defined. You can see how big the eyes are getting so far. And then again, on this side. Okay. So now I'm going to use I just got it from Almay, so why not? Manila uses it a lot. It's kind of Almay liquid liner. I got it in brown because I ran out of black, but normally I would like to use the black, but who cares? So I'm going to do the Misty Eyez technique and do my cut crease. My brow bone is here. I'm going to do my cut crease just a little bit above it. And I'm going to like to come all the way out, over, and across. You know who else also inspires me to do kind of this look? Sphirex. She's a girl from London. So you see that kind of that shape. I'm going to do that again on this side. Sorry for not looking directly into the camera. I'm looking in the mirror right behind you. See, you're supposed to do this side because this side is so much easier to do with your dominant hand. Okay. I got that. This is in a brown, so ideally I'd use a brown, but I've got a black product that I really, I mean, do I like to use, I do like to use this black product, but it's broken and this is the culprit. This is what's getting my shit all fucked up. So I got this from, God only who knows. It's like that Claire, like Grown Up Claire's shop. So what I like to do is trace that cut crease with this product, start making the cut crease really nice and big. Okay. I'm going to make sure that I cover my natural eyebrow in case any of it starts poking out throughout the afternoon. I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to think about it. I don't even have to tweet about it. Okay. So I like doing these big bitchin' shapes. See, check it out. Oh yeah. This is kind of, when I say set it and forget it, I'm like, yeah, I know this is what I like to do, and this one looks good. You can see how much coverage I'm getting with this product. Why not take it a little bit higher, just to let them know you mean business. Look. Got some on my face. I'm pissed right now. So obviously that doesn't do anything, so I'm going to get a little bit more of the clown white. Oh my god, yeah. Ugh. You gotta be really careful because right now I'm having to do a lot of correcting. Just put some freaking lotion on there. I don't normally do this because it's going to take me to a clean slate. Well, kind of. Again, so I'm going to make sure that I put that little blanket of clown white. This is like draping in a way for makeup artists. Okay, again, got my eyeliner pencil. It's important that you put the product in, give it a blow, because that's what's going to, if you don't do that, that's what's going to fall on your freaking makeup, and that's why when you have to start doing corrections, and that's when you start being super duper late. How long? It's been a 30-minute tutorial. I'm going overtime. You know what? You do not feel like you have to pay me. Do not feel like you have to pay me, but okay. You see that? Getting pretty good coverage from this product. That's why I like it, but it does have a shimmer in it, which I guess I don't mind. Then again, let's go up a little bit higher. And so I know it's kind of really set there and dramatic right now, but say, lovey, all will be alright. Okay, So, I already know that I'm missing a very important component of this drag tutorial. I am missing my false eyelashes. I am freaking out right now. I'll be right back. I'm gonna let the camera play because I don't know if I pause it. Oh, I'm gonna pause it and then I'll edit it in.